So how do we safely reduce down the size of the clitoris? My name is Dr. Slave Gallagher. I'm a plastic and reconstructive surgeon. My practice is here in Miami, and this is an unusual procedure. Not a lot of plastic surgeons offer this. A lot of plastic surgeons will offer labiaplasty and clitoral hood reductions, but in certain situations, patients do need a true clitoral reduction, which is a more complicated surgery. A labiaplasty takes me an hour typically, whereas this surgery usually takes me 2 or 3 hours. And we're going to explain the different steps involved getting from one picture to the other. So once the patient is comfortably asleep, what we're going to do is divide the clitoris from its overlying tissue. So this is basically like the labiaplasty part or the clitoral hood reduction, and we're going to follow that back. This is so that we can lift the clitoris back into a more natural position when we're done and get rid of the extra tissue that's overlying it. The next step in this process is going to be to separate the important parts of the clitoris, such as the head and its nerves and blood supply, from the underlying erectile tissue. In this diagram, the erectile tissue is in blue, and we're going to trim that back because it's not necessary for the function of the clitoris. The main thing here is we're going to keep the nerves alive and well and happy. And it's this erectile tissue that causes the clitoris to get so big and to stick out when the patient is aroused, which bothers a lot of patients. So it's important that we free it from the important parts of the clitoris and get rid of it. This is the part of the surgery that takes the longest because we do this under magnification and very carefully and slowly lift that important clitoris tissue off the blue erectile tissue before we get rid of it. Once that erectile tissue is gone, we're then going to redesign the head of the clitoris itself. In most patients who come to me, they want this reduced as well. Typically, the sizes should be about less than 5 millimeters long, less than 3 millimeters wide. So unless the patient tells me otherwise, I'll give them what the average size is for the clitoral head or the glands of the clitoris. And then finally, we fit everything back together into a natural position. This is the labiaplasty clitoral hood reduction part of the procedure. Typically, because we're changing the anatomy, reducing the size of that clitoris, even if a patient has had labiaplasty before, which is super common, we usually will be doing some sort of a labiaplasty at the same time as clitoral reduction.